Myanmar, over 51 million people. Aung San Suu Kyi's party won elections here in 2015, but the army still wields great power.
Aung San Suu Kyi unfortunately has no practical ability to rein in the security forces.
Since independence from the British in 1948, its many ethnic minorities have been engaged in almost continuous civil war. It's a majority Buddhist country, but one minority is the Rohingya, who are Muslim, and they have suffered long-standing persecution. The majority of Rohingya have traditionally lived in Rakhine State, many in and around Mangdo. In October 2016, the army began a siege of the city. There were reports of mass killings, rape, and of tens of thousands of Rohingya seeking refuge in neighboring Bangladesh. The Myanmar government has always maintained these reports were exaggerated. So Al Jazeera Arabic correspondent Salam Hindawi traveled to Myanmar, also known as Burma, in February 2017 to investigate for herself. The conflict between Myanmar's ethnic minorities and the ruling Burmese majority that controls the army is one of the world's longest ongoing civil wars. The United Nations and other agencies have repeatedly accused Myanmar of widespread human rights violations and genocide. Salam arrived in Yangon, the country's largest city, to find a large demonstration in progress. The military government was dissolved in 2011. Aung San Suu Kyi's party then won a majority in both houses of parliament in the 2015 elections, but has not yet succeeded in addressing the country's long-standing ethnic conflicts.
تتحدث عن عنف. ما المقصود بالعنف الذي يحدث في البلاد؟
This is the time that we got a government, we got a people's government that we all want. So we all believe that this time we don't have to fight each other, and we have to have a dialogue to build a better country. So this is the time that that we all the people are standing up together to for peace.
But there didn't seem to be any sign of the Rohingya at this demonstration. So Salam asked protesters about the problems suffered by the Rohingya.
So what did you think about what happened in Arakan, Rakhine?
No, we mainly saying about the civil war happened in Kachin State. I have no idea to say about Arakan war.
There were over 1 million Rohingya in Myanmar. They say they'd lived in what's now Rakhine State for generations. But the Myanmar government continues to maintain that they're illegal immigrants who came to what was then called Arakan after independence. Salam asked a Rohingya rights activist about their disputed origins and uncertain citizenship status.
Burma got independent in 1948. And then we are accepted citizens of this country. Every Rohingya, we had a voting rights. Our people, many people, we had right of the running election. We have every right that time.
لماذا إذا غيرت الحكومة موقفها من الروهينجا؟
After that, military coup in 1962, and they gradually changing their behavior to our people. After that, they introduced 1982 citizenship law, just aiming to bar Rohingya people from the citizenship. As the government and the authorities always saying Rohingya are not from this country, they are not our citizens, they are illegal immigrants from the Bangladesh, which is why I strongly, categorically deny. We are not Bangladeshi. We are not the people who can migrate from Bangladesh from any time. We are the part of this land from centuries, even from before the British rule.
هل ترى بأن المنظمات الدولية تقوم بواجبها فعلا لحماية الروهينجا؟
This is very relevant question because UN already issued many kind of a statement. United Nations, United States also issued a statement, resolutions, and then OIC, and then EU, everyone talking about the Rohingya people to stop the abuse. But situation every time goes worse. My question is why?
Myanmar had been tightly controlled for decades, and journalists banned from much of Rakhine State for some time. But Abdul Rashid gave Salam some amateur video from Mando. There were burning houses and Rohingya appearing to flee. But some images of human remains were too disturbing to show. Al Jazeera needed to find out more about what happened in Mando in 2016. Salam went to the capital of Rakhine State, Sitwe. Rohingya were allegedly forced from their homes there and put into camps. From Sitwe, she planned to continue on to Mando. But soon after her plane took off, there was some unfortunate news. A prominent lawyer, Kony, had been murdered at Yangon airport. He'd been Aung San Suu Kyi's legal advisor for several years. He was also a Muslim, a member of Suu Kyi's ruling National League for Democracy party, and helped create the office of State Counselor that enabled her to become the effective head of the government in 2016. Sitwe was at the center of serious violence in 2012. Hundreds of Rohingya were killed and tens of thousands forced to leave their homes in the city and move to nearby camps. In February 2017, it was difficult to find any Rohingya on the streets. There was no call to prayer, and it was forbidden even to enter any of the mosques. Salam wanted to enter one of the camps near Sitwe, but it was heavily guarded by the army.
لم يسمحوا لنا بالدخول، نحتاج إلى تصريح من أجل الدخول إلى المخيم. What happened?
Just write my names, my card numbers, my phone numbers on it. And they say just reporting to the officer. Just wait a minute.
The camp was not only heavily guarded, but strongly fortified by barbed wire fencing. It looked much more like a prison than a camp. The Rohingya live in huts here. They say they fled their homes after being persecuted by the ethnic Burmese. They allege that Buddhist monks were among their attackers. They relied heavily on non-governmental organizations, and were restricted in their movement, their ability to marry, in their educational opportunities, and their access to health care.
السلام عليكم. بس هي في المخيم من كم سنة موجودة؟
Salam met the camp's so-called doctor, but it turned out he had no medical training or qualifications.
Ya bani এখন তাড়াতাড়ি করে দিয়ে 5 বছর মানে আজ লাইসেন্স না পাইনি লাইসেন্স পাইলা মানে شكوجي ماني أرني أقوم تماجي شكوجي رواجو.
شو الحالات المرضية اللي أكثر الأمراض اللي موجودة منتشرة في المخيم؟
ماني بيجيتا خنلاوان ولا فيروس أو ملاريا يو بيباوديو هم ماني نلام كاكي ماني لباديو خنلا أنوله بريشة بيدا بعدودي خيام ولا بعد أنا بله يبقى بيبقى ماني كاكي هو تياخدونا وين مولا لا كاخدونا هو فرميجي جا زمدوا فاني زمدة إني كنا يلا كنت كاكي هو تيارا جانا باي دابنا بشونا باي تينقولي عرفتي جايون ناي حاجة ورناي تينقولي عراشي لحتى بيكون يداشي تينقولي حاجة ورناي.
هل هاي الأدوية بتلبي الاحتياجات اللي بيحتاجها المخيم؟
برا غورة ده بيجي هم شاد كارا ماجه دوش غورة ده آرا غورا مانوش نبودن دبای سودو غوري مانوش بيجبا غيره ده ده غيره خندلا تقوله ماجه أنغولي أخون آرا تثاي بالله غور أثرين بيجون بايور ميري أخون إيش كان نموذج ماجه آرا غون ميري غون ده هون كان غون ده آرا هون كيشون خملون دي هون تاعي دريو أخون دال ميري غون ميري كان نمري غون ده غور باعا كيشون آرا الدنيا آرا شو متبيعون ترى خاريلو لبلي تلوي بعده أخون آرا دي ترى مغاقو مت ماري داري بعده بيكون لبلي لوي بعده أخون آرا تاكي ده آرا توتو ماني خاص كاباكو بيكون أري ترى لبلي أخون آرا أسيد بيكون خده ميتا ماجي أخون بيسا غون ده كيشون كم تو أتر بيكون باعا كيشون أخون آرا تدو أخون ديا غور سيدا تو بيكون بيرام بيكون جيو داربي موي داربي.
Muhammad's account of life and suffering of the people at the camp was harrowing. Many Rohingya seem to have been there for years, and these children appeared never to have lived anywhere else. Muhammad took Salam to visit a woman suffering from joint pain, but he warned her that they were both probably under constant surveillance.
Jumping.
دكتور شو عملت لها؟ كيف ممكن انك تتعامل مع حالتها؟
عاد أبغى جودي ماني عاتي زين أسين جودي ماني زي بيار أمر إذا أبغى يكون عارا إيرنا في إذا أبغى هني متماعدة ورد ماني جيدا هارا غاهارا غازور لو توي نوغارة معولين إني عادي بيار أمر إذا غورا سامج عشتم لا بصر ورغي بيار مين خالص يقوم نادي يعني ولا عاراتي قوم تطنّي جد نافيرم ولا قوم تيجي كنا بير دبل نبي دوا.
Buddhism is the most popular religion in Myanmar. Some have accused right-wing monks of being prejudiced against Muslims, particularly the Rohingya. Salam went to visit a monk to ask him about the situation.
ما رأيك بالظروف القاسية والمزرية والحصار الذي يفرض على الروهينجا في ولاية راخين؟ لكن كل الناس تستحق أن تعيش في ظروف أفضل. أقصد حرية الحركة، أقصد الحرية في الزواج، أقصد الحرية في التنقل، في مغادرة البلاد، في الحصول على الهويات، كل هذا لا يتمتع به الروهينجا. أيضا تقولون بأن الروهينجا ليسوا مواطنين من ميانمار رغم أن كل الدلائل التاريخية والحكومات السابقة تعترف بهم.
In an interview in early 2017, State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi acknowledged there were problems in Rakhine State. She didn't refer to the Rohingya by name, but said that ethnic cleansing was too strong a term for what was happening. She said that there was a lot of hostility and talked about people on both sides of a divide she said she was trying to close. To find out more about the Rohingya citizenship problems, Salam headed for another part of Sitwe to meet a community leader. She asked about the claim that the Rohingya migrated from Bangladesh.
هل فعلا أنتم من بنغلاديش كما تقول الحكومة؟
Bangladesh မှာပြောတဲ့စကားနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမှာ Rohingya တွေပြောတဲ့စကားနဲ့မတူဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့က Bangladesh အနွယ်လည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့ကရခိုင်ပြည်နယ်ထဲမှာပေါက်ဖွားပြီးတော့ကြီးပြင်းလာတဲ့မျိုးဆက်ကနေပြီးတော့နေတဲ့လူတွေ
Myanmar's 1982 citizenship laws did not recognize the Rohingya, and this has precluded them from gaining equal rights. But the government has since issued what are called white cards. At the time, this was viewed as a commitment to grant the Rohingya status that would enable them to apply for citizenship. Zozo showed Salam these white ID cards.
Yayi tatigan lama apyuka white card dikaka 2008ခုနှစ်ကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံရဲ့ပါတီချုပ်ဒီမိုကရေစီအထွေထွေရွေးကောက်ပွဲကျင်းပမဲ့အချိန်မှာစစ်အာဏာသိမ်းထားတဲ့စစ်တပ်ကနေပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီက Rohingya မွတ်စလင်တွေကို2008ခုနှစ်မှာထုတ်ပေးတဲ့ကတ်တွေအဲ့ဒီအချိန်ကသူတို့ရက်ွက်ထဲကိုလာတယ်ဒီကတ်တွေအားလုံးကိုထုတ်ပေးတယ်ထုတ်ပေးပြီးတော့2010မှာကျွန်တော်တို့နာဒီကတ်နဲ့မဲယူခဲ့တယ်တချို့ကလည်းကြမ်းခိုင်ပေးတယ်တချို့ကလည်း NLD ပေးတယ်တချို့ကလည်းရခိုင်ပါတီကိုပေးတယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော်2015နောက်ပိုင်းမှာ2012ပြဿနာဖြစ်ပြီးတော့ဒီကတ်ကတရားမဝင်တော့ဘူးဆိုပြီးတော့သူတို့ကကြော်ညာတယ်အစိုးရကအဲ့ဒီတော့ကပေးတာလည်းအစိုးရပဲတရားမဝင်လို့ပြောတာလည်းအစိုးရပဲဆိုတော့
What Zozo was referring to was a government move in 2015 in which it asked the Rohingya to hand in their white cards in return for new papers categorizing them as Bengali.
အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမှာအစိုးရနေလာတယ်အရင်တော့ကတော့ဒီကတ်နဲ့အလုပ်တစ်ခုခုလုပ်လို့ရမယ်ဆိုပြီးကျွန်တော်တို့ယူခဲ့တယ်အခုကျွန်တော်တို့ကိုဘင်္ဂါလီကပြီးခဲ့တဲ့သမရကကျွန်တော်တို့ကိုခိုးဝင်ဘင်္ဂါလီလို့ပြောတဲ့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဘင်္ဂါလီမဟုတ်ဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့က Rohingya လူမျိုးဖြစ်တယ်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာနေတယ်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံသားဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီလိုကတ်ပေးရင်လည်းမယူဘူး MBC ကတ်ပေးရင်လည်းမယူဘူးအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကို Rohingya နဲ့ပေးမှကျွန်တော်တို့ယူ
Coming up in part 2, the Rohingya women who fled to Bangladesh with harrowing stories of their alleged treatment by the army in Rakhine State.